Welcome to Storied Audio. 34-year-old Stephanie Brooks had been a professional driver long enough to know one universal truth. Rich people were exhausting. Not all of them, of course, just the vast majority who treated her like a talking GPS with a pulse. She'd learned to smile, nod, and mentally compose rants she'd later deliver to her friends over cheap wine and takeout. It was a system that worked beautifully. So when her dispatcher told her she'd been considered for a long-term private contract, she already had the speech prepared. "You won't believe the new boring rich guy I have to drive around." She parked outside the luxury hotel, smoothed her jacket, and walked to the suite number she'd been given. She knocked once. The door opened, and Stephanie forgot how to breathe. Standing there was a man in his mid-30s, tall, dark-haired, and unfairly handsome in a way that made her mind short-circuit. He smiled, warmly, not the condescending smirk she was used to, and extended his hand. "Hi. You must be Stephanie. I'm Jackson Monroe." His voice was smooth, friendly, and absolutely not what she expected from someone staying in a penthouse suite that probably cost more per night than her monthly rent. She shook his hand, suddenly shy for the first time in her entire career. "Nice to meet you, Mr. Monroe." "Jackson," he corrected gently. "Come in." The interview was quick. He asked about her experience, her schedule, her comfort with long drives. He actually listened to her answers. When she finished, he nodded. "You'd be perfect for the position if you're interested." Interested? The salary alone made her want to hug him. She accepted, signed the contract, and he handed her a card with his home address. "Start Monday morning at 7, he said with another smile. "I'm looking forward to working with you." She thanked him and left, floating. When she got home, her friends were already waiting for the gossip. She casually dropped his name. They did not react casually. They gasped so loudly the neighbors probably heard. Within seconds, they were pulling up articles, photos, and videos. Jackson Monroe wasn't just rich. He was generational wealth rich. His family owned businesses across the country. He'd been photographed with models, actresses, and socialites whose cheekbones could cut glass. Stephanie frowned. "Great. He's a playboy." Her friends exchanged looks. "He's gorgeous," one said. "He's single," another added. "And you're going to be alone with him every day," the third said, raising her eyebrows. Stephanie rolled her eyes, but her stomach fluttered. "He's my boss. And I'm his driver. That's it." But she couldn't shake the tiny spark of hope. From day one, Jackson surprised her. He greeted her every morning with coffee and a smile, and a "good to see you, Stephanie." He thanked her after every ride. He treated waiters, assistants, and strangers with the same kindness he showed her. They fell into an easy rhythm. Some days they talked about music, books, or the weirdest things they'd seen in the city. Other days, they ate lunch together. Nothing fancy, just sandwiches on a park bench or takeout in the car. And Stephanie fell hard. She tried to hide it, but she suspected he knew. He looked at her a little too long sometimes. His smile lingered. His voice softened. Then one afternoon about a month in, he cleared his throat. "Stephanie, would you like to go out with me sometime? Not as my driver. As us. On a date." Her heart soared, and then crashed. She thought of the articles, the glamorous women, the comments online. She thought of herself, a driver with scuffed boots and a thrift store purse. She swallowed. "It would be inappropriate. I just want to be your driver." His face fell for a moment, but he recovered quickly. "Of course. No problem." She turned away, guilt twisting in her chest. She wanted to say yes, and she thought she had ruined everything. But then he said softly, "I hope we can still be friends. I really enjoy spending time with you." She froze, then nodded. But her heart ached for days. Weeks passed. She tried to bury her feelings. She failed. Then one Saturday evening, her doorbell rang. A woman stood there holding a box of supplies and a breathtaking dress in Stephanie's exact size. "My employer requests your presence at a gala tonight," the woman said. "I'm here to help you get ready." Stephanie blinked. What?" The woman smiled. He insisted. Stephanie should have said no. She should have questioned everything. Instead, she let herself be swept into a whirlwind of makeup, hairstyling, and slipping into a dress that made her feel like she'd stepped out of a movie. At the gala, whispers followed them everywhere. Who is she? Is she his new girlfriend? They look perfect together. Jackson stayed close, his hand warm on her back, his smile soft whenever he looked at her. She felt seen, really seen, for the first time in years. Later, on a quiet balcony overlooking the city, he turned to her. "People aren't wrong," he said. "I do love you." A tear slipped down her cheek. "I feel the same. We're from different worlds." He took her hands. "Then I'll build a bridge. Or tear mine down. Whatever you need. I want you. Not the world's version of me." She laughed through her tears. "You're ridiculous." "And hopelessly in love," he added. She kissed him. Years later, Stephanie often looked back on that night, the night she took a chance. Now she and Jackson were married, living in a beautiful, but not absurdly huge home near the ocean. The kind with big windows, warm light, and a kitchen where they danced barefoot on weekends. He still worked a lot, but she joined him now, helping manage parts of the business. And someone else drove them. Sometimes, when they rode in the back seat together, he'd take her hand and whisper, "Best driver I ever hired." She'd roll her eyes, kiss his cheek, and think about how wonderfully unpredictable life could be. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.